Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher Realms. Guys, today we talk about how to actually build Diaochan. I've been doing a lot of takeovers lately, and I've noticed that a lot of people are building her incorrectly. I also have a promo code for you today. Anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Alright, so let's just talk a little bit about Diaochan here. So right now she is on a banner at the time of making this video. She has Serenade of Hope, and then she's going to have the Song of Sorrow. The Song of Sorrow is the one that everybody really wants, okay? So she increases attack by 2% every 2 seconds, reaching maximum increase after 20 seconds. In Song of Sorrow, she's going to grant everyone a 21%, I think it goes up to 25% inspiration to all allies in range. What does that mean? That means that all of the attack she has, you can take 25% of her attack and just spread it out to everybody that's in her range, okay? So obviously most of everybody's damage is coming from attack. That makes her extremely valuable. Now she does have Serenade of Hope, which is going to help protect allies. It's going to do a little bit of extra damage reduction, and then it's going to be doing a little bit of healing. So attack based healing 3 times to all allies in range. It's not a ton of healing, but it is something, right? Now, when you get her awakened up a little bit further, she's gonna have a wider range here. So this is where she becomes super useful. She is like top tier in Abyss, top tier in Nightmare 4, any guild boss. They just stay in inspiration the whole time. They have that extra 25% boost. You can get more inspiration out of other heroes like Dolores or Beelzebub. There's a few other ones where if you want to have more inspiration, but it's burst, okay? Hers stays up constantly. This is why she's so valuable. And also when she's switching over, she also has that ability to protect allies as well. So it's extra damage reduction. It scales well with other damage reductions like the AoE damage reduction from Fercy, Aelin, those guys. It's a separate buff, so it stacks on there as well. Now on the Awaken level 3 here, during Thorn Rose increases damage reduction of Serenade of Hope by 5%, just makes it a little bit better, and increases the number of targets affected by Song of Sorrow by 1. So what is it talking about with the affected targets of Song of Sorrow? It's talking about this here, this penetration increase to 2 other non-healer allies with the highest attack in range. So basically 1 extra unit is going to get themselves a penetration increase, okay? Everybody in range gets the inspiration, but only 2 get the penetration increase, and that's the highest attack in her range, okay? So now as for her bond skill, this is going to be with Lu Bu, the Flying General. When there are any other allied units in her basic attack range, reduces Diaochan's AoE damage taken by 30%. This just helps her stay alive. You don't have to worry about her HP so much because she has an extra 30% damage reduction on top of everything else that's going on. You're usually going to be running like a Narissa or a Fercy or something like that, like an Aelin, those kinds of things. And then she's going to get an extra 30%, which just makes her really hard to take out. And with healers here, if you look, usually their defense is pretty low. It's hard to stack the defense really high, making it so when they're doing a lot of damage, the boss you're going up against has a lot of attack or anything like that, that they can take her out based on how much defense they have. So that's something to keep in mind. Not super important, not something you want to worry about. But what we're here to talk about is how to actually build her, okay? She is going to be best in the Watcher faction, using her under the Watcher lords like Leia or Ingrid. She can work well in the Infernal Blast, but typically most of us just use her with the Watcher faction because it is just so strong to begin with. But you could pair her with Soul Cadens or Twin Fiend or something like that. Even if you had Pyros, you'd be fine going for Guild Boss or Guild Boss Nightmare 4. Alright, so on to the gear. So I'm going to build her out with you right now just to kind of explain this. We know Song of Sorrow is the goal. That is the most important role that Diaochan plays, all right? It's not so much the healing, but the healing can be nice, especially if you go for the like Awaken 5. You want to swap her back and forth for some extra rage regen boost going on, a 2% rage per second for 5 seconds, an extra 10% boost basically. or heals allies in range for 500% when you switch into Serenade of Hope. So there is some things you can use it for. It's very niche, but it does come up. I think Gear Raid 2 is one example that I could think of. But anyways, because of that, all we're going to be going for is a healer set, which is typically like Wings of Grace or Invigoration, or if you're early game, Asclepius. The other option is just do broken sets. Honestly, Invigoration is going to be your best, but typically you can go with a broken set. But keep in mind that Invigoration is going to apply a 10% attack boost to her. So the hero and one random ally in range gain 10% attack. And then with Wings of Grace here, you're going to have herself and another hero in range. They're going to gain 12%. That's going to apply to the unit that doesn't have it. Which one it applies to? Typically, it will apply to one that doesn't have it. Typically now, it didn't used to back in the day. But now you're guaranteed that it's going to land on somebody that doesn't have it. And herself. So a nice attack boost to herself. 12% attack is nothing to scoff at, okay? Alright, so all you're going to do is go attack percentage as a main stat. And then go flat attack. If you're doing Invigoration, do Invigoration. If you're doing Wings of Grace, do Wings of Grace. All we want to do is boost that attack as high as possible to support the other units. That's what she's there for. Reiterate that as much as possible. So here is the piece I usually use on her. Alright, so you can see there's no attack speed, there's no rage regen, there's no healing effect, nothing of the sort, right? I try to pick up some defensive stats, like some HP bonus, just to help her stay alive a little bit, if you can. But priority is going to be attack bonus. You want to try to get an attack roll. I'll get that as high as you can for the boost here, and then flat attack as well. So we're gonna go equip, move on to the next one right here. Now this one is a little more perfect, right? This would be like the super end game kind of piece. We have a really high flat attack roll, some attack speed. If you want to switch her into Serenade of Hope and do some healing, we also have some healing effect in there as well. Her heals all are based off of attack, so it's going to be very useful. Obviously that's one of the Dolores pieces, which is pretty cool, but Dolores is kind of not used as much anymore. She's still amazing though. I don't know why people don't use her. And then right here is my other piece, and as you can see, I have attack bonus, extra attack boost here, and then flat attack. I could drop the flat attack and go for something like attack speed and get some attack speed healing effect kind of stuff in there, but it's just not worth it. You can see losing about 500 attack from the flat stat, and then another 70 to 80 attack from the little boost here. It's just not worth it. That's all about that attack boost. I can just keep reiterating that over and over again. If you can't get the attack speed, that's fine. If you can't get the healing effect, that's fine. Just go attack bonus and flat attack. I'm going to keep saying that over and over again. Now you can see here we have an attack speed, attack bonus, rage regen. This might be good for something like a, I want to say Carnelian or Eloin or something along those lines, helping with the rage regen. You switch this crit damage over to healing effect if that's possible. In Warlord, it's really not, but you want to go for Calamity or you want to go for Warlord, okay? So then we're going to go for the breastplate only. You're going to attack bonus as your first priority with flat attack, okay? As you can see, I have one right here with really high attack bonus and a nice flat attack. You can use Calamity. It's the same idea. You can see it gets 619 attack from the Calamity piece, and I'm getting 711 from this Warlord breastplate. So that's the one that we're going to go for. And it's also going to boost your attack by 25%. The attack speed is awesome, but it's not important. That means we're going to go with a Warlord set. So we're going to drop the Calamity off the filters here. And we're going to go over here to the side, and we have to switch over to weapons. You can see you cannot get a flat attack on the weapon on the substats because it is automatically built in to the weapon itself. As you can see, flat attack right here. And you do want to try to roll this. 80 attack is nothing to scoff at. As you can see, I have unrivaled power on here, boosting up the attack bonus all the way up to 33%. That's maxed out completely. No attack speed, no anything else coming out that's really important. The healing effect would be nice if you're going to run Serenade of Hope. Otherwise, if you don't have unrivaled power, another variation or a variant that you want to go on almost every single piece, if you can get it, is going to be aggression. Aggression is going to have you an extra boost to attack. Go figure. All right. Now, That is gonna put her at a 17.5k attack. This is a super high attack Diaochan. She's really well built. Getting to like the 18k is super crazy. On average, I'd say you get like 14 to 15.5k on your attack. But yeah, 25% of this is going to be boosted into your allies, the ones doing the big damage. And every single boost of attack that they get, the better, right? So they're going to get like 3 to 4k, whatever 25% of 17.5 is. But we don't want to forget about the artifact here. If you can get your artifact nice and boosted with a Phoenix Feather Fan, it's going to be the best one. This is her exclusive. It's going to increase your attack by 5%. Go figure. And when Serenade of Hope reaches maximum stacks, gains an extra 35% healing bonus. So you just keep her in Serenade of Hope the whole time. She'll do little heals. They're trickle heals. They're not very big, but they are something. And then when Song of Sorrow reaches maximum stacks, it increases the attack by an extra 3%. So now you're looking at 5, 6, 7, 8% attack boost. Try to get yourself an attack bonus roll here. And then roll this a flat attack up as high as you can through augmenting. That's going to be the runic augments. That's going to have a chance to roll anywhere from 3 to 15% is what you're going to go for. Just make sure it's attack. You don't want to go for any of this other stuff. Just go for attack, okay? And then for the advanced augmentation, that's going to be able to roll these up from 40 to 1200. Once you get to like 1000, like where I'm at right now, it's kind of redundant to keep rolling that, and it's a waste of your resources. You can use them somewhere else. They could come in much more handy in a different location. All right, now the other option for your artifact can be an item like Golden Scarab. This is going to increase your attack by 5%. Rage Regen increases by 50%. This makes it not so ideal, okay? The Rage Regen isn't that much of a boost. You're just getting the attack of 5%. So for that reason, typically, if you scroll down here a little bit, most of you should have some of these built up. These Keen Wisdoms, when there's an ally within 2 tiles, increases attack by 16%. This is a significant boost to her attack versus something like a Golden Scarab. So I can show you that right now. Let's put our Golden Scarab on here. All right, so we'll check her attack after putting the Golden Scarab on. That's gonna put her at 16.129 with the Golden Scarab. That's not including the 5%. So you add an extra 5% post deployment on there. And then what's gonna happen is she's gonna max out post deployment roughly around 17 to 17.3. So it doesn't include, comparing to what we had on there before, it's gonna be a lot higher still, because you're gonna have the other stats on there, the 5%, the 8% going on to there as well, including, and this doesn't take into calculation the 12% from Wings of Grace either. So roughly without Wings of Grace, it's going to add a boost of 800 on top of that from the 5% boost. Now, if we switch over to the Keen Wisdom here, all right, 16% boost. You would think that this low attack of 260 would have a huge effect. It does. It's a massive difference, okay? And then but we also have a 16% boost of our gear post deployment. This isn't going to show up here, so it sits at 14.89. And what that's going to equate to is going to be about 17.27k attack. It's just a little bit better. And if you boost these things up, it's just going to be that much better. Keen Wisdom is right on par, if not better than the Golden Scarab. But the Phoenix Feather Fan is definitely going to be the best because it does complement her very well just in general. You get a 7%, plus you're getting the full mythic attack boost, and then you're getting the extra boost from the attack bonus and the flat attack. So that is the basics of Diaochan. What you want to shoot for is going to be that Awaken level 1. This is the most important awakening, probably, I would say. Maybe I think I would say it. Definitely like one of the most important awakenings in the game. Honestly, just taking her from this little range where she's like Dolores to taking her over here where she's like Aelin, and she covers so much more range. She makes so many comps open up for Abyss, anything, Matrix, APOC 2 or APOC 1, whatever you're going to be doing, just makes it that much easier. And you wouldn't think that those 2 tiles and those 2 corners is that important, but it is. The A3 is where a lot of people stop with Diaochan, because the A5 is just weird stuff. It's adding some rage regen when you switch them over, which if you're running something like an Elwyn or an Ireless, that rage regen boost isn't even going to apply, because only the highest rage regen boost can apply at the same time, and those two have global. So the healing is a little bit nice, but it's super niche. The damage reductions from Waking Level 4 are just nothing that crazy. All right, so I think that has to complete the most intense gear explanation video for a hero, including going over the hero a little bit and then showing you exactly how to gear it and exactly why. And let me know if you guys like these kind of videos. I'm definitely willing to make more. Just shoot me a comment down in the comment section down below. Now, I did promise you a promo code. I'm sorry, I forgot to say it at the beginning of the video here. Let me change the display here. If you head over to down in my link in the description below, there's a link to my Discord. So if you go and you join the Discord, I always post these promo codes in here in the promo codes channel. Okay. Now we have War Valentine 26, which I released in yesterday's video. We have Pierre Forever, which I didn't know during the video recording, but I did post it in the comment section and pinned it up for you guys. Pierre Forever is going to give you 300 diamonds. And then we have Rosalia Love. That's going to give you 2 huge stamina pots. So we have 3 promo codes that are active right now. Enjoy them, and don't forget to join the Discord. I make all kinds of announcements in here about the website, about promo codes, about things going on in the game. And I'm also pretty, I'll communicate quite a bit. So honestly, there's a lot of people coming in here now and joining and getting a little more chatty, which is really cool. I've seen everybody help each other out. That is what I like to see. That's why I'm trying to build this community. I want you guys to play together, communicate together, and just overall have a good time. But anyways, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you feel like supporting me, head on over to smile1.prospector.gg, or if you go to the prospector.gg official website, you can actually become a donor. It'll remove all the ads off of the website. It's only like $20 a year or something like that, and I appreciate any of you guys that do that for sure. I gotta set up some kind of like donor thing on the website so you guys can see that. But anyways, I've been the Prospector. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy building your Diaochan and using her everywhere in the game. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep digging.